Touch on it. Oh! And it's a goal! It's a goal for Westmeath!
Let's go back post, headers there! 1-1!
Mendez, go for the cross! What a goal! What a goal from Mendez! Middle for it, there is the header there. Yes, and it's a goal! It's a goal for the police department!
You don't have to keep saying, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not computer literate. We work to make sure that the only thing you'll have to say is, it works. Mendez, go for the cross! What a goal! What a goal from Mendez!
Oh! And speed! Go back!
And speed, baby!
Here is this game? Back.
The objective for us is to do what we've done successfully on the senior side, which is we have a name on the senior side of football that is nationally known and well recognised, and the objective is to do the same on the youth side. We want to bring excellence back into youth soccer here for the Yonkers community and for our Lansdowne families. Development is many folds. I think step one, before you talk about what happens on the soccer specific side, is you need to see kids enjoying it and having fun. We need to make sure that we have kids who are desperate to come to practice, because without that, there won't be development that happens. And that's what we strive for here. Then on the side of what development actually is, our objective is to develop players on so many aspects, not just the technical, the tactical, but the psychosocial, as we mentioned there, about fun, and the physical. So what we are trying to achieve is, right from our little kickers program up, we have strength and agility training, we have our goalkeeper practices, we have our age group tier teams. We want to have a holistic approach to development that is not just the player on the field, but it's also the player that leaves off it, the players. We are a club that's open to everyone. We want to continue to stretch that throughout the greater New York City. For example, our summer camps will be running buses for players who would like to come in Manhattan, and we'll bus them to and from the session for our summer camps. That's where we want to continue to grow. Up here is an incredible amount of space, a great landscape for soccer to thrive, and we just hope that we can do the best that we can for our players, our families, and for any potential new players.
Two in the box for New York Greek Americans, now 5, now 6. Cross coming punched away, loose ball, they score! They'll play it short. Cross coming in, header, they score! Yusafi. Trying to set it in. Header! They score! Brian Saramongo continues his scoring ways, scoring his 3rd goal in 2 matches. And for that, New York takes a 3-0 lead. Here's Yusafi. Yusafi under pressure, gets it away. There's a shot, they score! Shamir Mullings adds the insurance goal to make it 4-0. Manhattan on the attack right now. Gets around one defender, plays it centrally. Shot deflects in. Deflects in off of Cormac Pike. And Manhattan Celtic have life.
East Tech just couldn't quite push this one forward. Lair, some space in the middle. Lair looking for Keogh. Boots lets fly. The second one is there and it's put home. Johnny on the spot. Liam Salmon opens the scoring. And you had to feel like that one was coming 20 minutes into the contest. We have our opener. The ball there is Haka with Kopetti in front of him. Stefan Kopetti into the box. Kopetti on his left, brought down by Piavarchik. Penalty given from 12 yards out. Here's Boots, off the hand of Munoz and in. Nearly did enough to keep it out. But picked up now with space is Boot. Now Keogh. Keogh thought about it. Now Keogh goes for it. And it's an excellent finish from Seamus Keogh. Bit of a floater that beat the goalkeeper Munoz, and just a minute in, they've added another. It's 3-0 to last. Now forward Walsh, numbers in front. Salmon beats Chieski to the challenge. And now Smart. Good burst of speed from Smart. He's gonna let fly. That one finds the back of the net. What a finish that is from Carlisle Smart. And perhaps you can call that the cherry on top to what's been a dominant performance from the home side. Lansdowne Yonkers make it 4-0. A burst of speed and a driven shot into the final score. Lansdowne Yonkers 4, SC Vistula Garfield 0. I'm James Burley here with Liam Salmon and Coach Matt Kane. Coach, I'll start with you. Back in the National Amateur Cup, back in Region 1, and back with a win. How does it feel?
Feels good. I think we played quite well. Second half we played, they gave us a good game in the first half. We got a good goal. We controlled the game, but we didn't think we were our usual selves. And at halftime we addressed a few things, and second half we were very intense and quite good.
And Liam, you opened the scoring, first of 4 goals. Talk me through your goal. What happened there? How'd you see it?
Yeah, so James took a shot and came off the defender right to my feet and just put in the back of the net with the outside my boot, and yeah, went on to win.
And you got a meeting in the next round with, looks like, Loco Gunners, a tough side from the Boston area, into the quarterfinals. Feels good to be back and win. How are you looking forward to that next matchup?
Yeah, it'll be fun. It'll be good to go on the road and play a game and have quite a bit of jeopardy. It's always fun to have to travel somewhere and make sure you show yourself correctly in the way you arrive there, the way you do everything. And it's a tournament that matters a lot to the club, and it matters a lot to us here as a playing staff, so it's really important that we show it the respect it deserves.
And Liam, just a great 90-minute performance from the team all around. You were on the field for all 90 minutes, played a bit as a winger and a bit as a forward. Just talk about that experience playing in that match, and just overall the team performance, just so dominant from the off.
Yeah, no, it was tough. They have so many defenders behind the ball. It made it tough to kind of get in behind as a winger, so I had to just stay patient and know that those balls would come when they get tired, and that opened up for us at around 25-minute mark, and we went on to win. So happy with the performance, great result, and we move.
Well, Liam, thank you. Matt, thank you. They'll be moving on to the quarterfinals to face Loco Gunners. The final score: Lansdowne Yonkers 4, SC Vistula Garfield 0. This presentation of New Logical Sports has been presented by Executive Global Tours.
Milarat. This one's picked up by Ali Dawa, who goes long, and he scores! A home run ball from Ali Dawa. And it is 1-0 to Lansdowne Yonkers. Keogh for Lansdowne. Either way, it's picked up here. Shot comes in, and it scores! Doxa answer back. The ball in midfield. Kavanagh sends it long. Here comes Lansdowne. into the box. Here's Carlisle Smartin on the end of it. 2-1 to Lansdowne Yonkers. An excellent ball played forward, sent right into the box.
And close the door. Don't drive away alone. I saw your face right in front of me. You want me to smile that I couldn't keep. But was it all in a dream? There's so much more that I can get. Don't let me wonder what we could have been. I close my eyes, it's not a dream. I close my eyes, it's not a dream. Always calling me up, passive distance, spend most time on my own. I just like being alone, it's no joke, it's my soul, this is my life. I don't do what I'm told, it's no joke, lose control, this is my life. Lose control. It's my soul. This is my life. This is my love control. It's my soul. This is my life. This is my life. It's my soul. This is my life. It's my soul. This is my life. I will miss you, always calling me up, passive distance, spend most time on my own. I just like being alone, it's no joke, it's my soul, this is my life. I don't do what I'm told, it's no joke, lose control, this is my life. Lose control, it's my soul, this is my life. This is my lose control, it's my soul, this is my life. This is my life.
Touch on it. And it's a goal! It's a goal for Westmeath.
Let's go back post. Header's there! 1-1!
Mendez, go for the cross!
What a goal! What a goal from Mendez! Middle for it, there is the header there. Yes, and it's a goal! It's a goal for the police department.
You don't have to keep saying, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not computer illiterate. We work to make sure that the only thing you'll have to say is, it works. Mendez, go for the cross!
Alright, that's up. And his audio's up now too.
Game 4 of 4 for this homestand for New York Greek Americans, the 4-time U.S. Open Cup champions here at Hofstra University Soccer Stadium, Captain's Field, over in Hempstead, Long Island. My name is Phil Beck, bringing you the commentary tonight, presented by Executive Global Tours, who invites you to sample exciting and innovative golf itineraries that have been designed with the discerning traveler in mind. Visit them at executiveglobaltours.com. We thank you for joining us for tonight's event on New Logical Sports. Stay up to date with the latest happenings in local sports by following New Logical Sports on Facebook, Instagram, and X. And while you're here with us tonight on this broadcast, make sure you click the subscribe button so you don't miss a minute of the action. And of course, special thank you to our producer Jason for tonight's broadcast. We'll get you the lineups momentarily here. Greek Americans setting up in a 3-back formation this week. Filippo Dodoni is going to be your goalkeeper. Your 3-backs are Cormac Pike, Hermanus Achterkamp, and Malachi McGovern. Midfield will consist of Joseph Wright, Rock Carls, and Pat McCann, as well as Ben Sharifi. And then Etienne Badi, Brian Sarmango, and El Mahdi Yousafi finish out your top 3. 3-4-3 formation set up this evening. New York Greek Americans coming in tied for second place in the Metropolitan Conference with 38 points, 12 wins, 2 draws, and 3 losses, coming off of a 4-1 victory over Manhattan Celtic last week that you saw here on New Logical Sports. And today they bring in SC Vistula Garfield as their opponent, currently sitting 12th in the table of the Metropolitan Conference with 13 points, 3 wins, 4 draws, and 9 losses. Coming off of a draw last week against Schneider FCO 3, 0-0. But of course, a tough 2 games coming up here for them between New York Greek Americans tonight and New York Pan-Cyprian Freedoms on the road next week. Their lineup this week is Aldo Munoz in goal, followed by Sebastian Labzinski, Victor Kizkiel, Justin Leach, Victor Pruvushkin, Gabriel Costa, Gabriel Serafin, Kejon Davis, Jonathan Sanchez, Mark Mechanic, and Nicholas Kozdron in numerical order. I'll try and get you positions as it happens. The aforementioned New York Pan-Cyprian Freedoms currently sit top of the table, 6 points up on both Lansdowne Yonkers and New York Greek Americans, who, as I mentioned earlier, are tied for second place. Vistula will be dressed in the white tops with the red shorts and socks, going from right to left on your screen as we are underway. New York Greek Americans in the all-familiar all blue. Things are getting started on the far side of the field. Played forward by McGovern. And slippery once again. Can't exactly escape the wet conditions here at Hofstra as a foul is called against Greeks on the far side. It's windy, misty, and a little chilly once again. Aldo Munoz will try and get things going for Vistula. But instead sends it out around midfield. Hermanus Achterkamp, the captain of the New York Greek Americans, playing for Malachi McGovern, and now near side for El Mahdi Yousafi. Yousafi with 6 goals on the season. And you can kind of see that 3-4-3 in motion right now as Etienne Badi plays it back to Achterkamp. Long ball looking for Yousafi. Can it get there? Off the head of the defender and out for a throw-in. So by default it does eventually get to Yousafi, who will play it back in. Back to Joseph Wright wearing number 3. Malachi McGovern now back to Achterkamp. Switching the field for Cormac Pike. Body playing further back than he usually does in a bit of a defensive midfield position. Long ball over the top, looking for Yusafi. Can he get on the end of it before it goes over the back line? He can. He sends a cross in very low, and it's tentatively cleared. We'll see if they can get on the end of that. They do, but only for a moment as the Greeks regain possession around midfield. McGovern. Pat McCann back to Ochterkamp and back to McCann. Little give and go. Cormac Pike. Back to Ochterkamp. Right. Looking for Yusafi again. Ball's a little high. Flag goes up anyway as the ball goes out of play. And the goal kick will be awarded. One of the things that made New York Greek Americans very successful last weekend in their win over Manhattan Celtic was their high press, which it looks like you see Sarmango just barely outside the 18 in number 11 in blue, trying to put some pressure on Aldo Munoz. That'll go out for a Vistula throw. A couple of facts about FC Vistula Garfield while we have some time here. Their current leading scorer is Christopher Kars, who's starting on the bench this evening. Also happens to be their head coach. So player coach finding some success for himself this season. Through ball in for Pervushkin. Pervushkin trying to get a shot off, defended well. Pervushkin maintaining possession. Victor Pervushkin entering the 18 again. Cross coming in low, nobody home. Unfortunately for Vistula, their biggest Achilles heel this season has to be the goals against. 52 on the season through 16 games, excuse me. Far and away the most in the Metropolitan Conference so far this season. We'll see if they can get a goal for, though. Greeks disrupt that attack, and they'll play it short for a moment. Looking for Sarmango, a little bit too far by him. Greeks might have numbers, though, if they hurry. Through ball in. Can Sarmango get on the end of that? No, he can't. Oh, turned over. In the box, Sarmango with a shot. Save made. Nearly catastrophic turnover there for SC Vistula Garfield, but Greeks not done yet. Here's Joseph Wright. Surveying his options, plays it close to Pat McCann. Back to McGovern. Over to Ochterkamp. McCann. Ochterkamp again. McGovern now, near side. Looks like he was trying to play a through ball for Yusafi. Deflected out, and the Greeks are in a throw. Yusafi will play it back in to McGovern. Back to Yusafi. Flag goes up here. Nice little bit of passing, but the line was well maintained by Vistula. Race for the ball here. Munoz is going to send it into the stands near side. like Vistula is going to be set up in a classic 4-4-2 with Costa and Kazran up top. Here's a cross coming in, looking for Saramongo, can't quite get there. Pervushkin turns it over. Saramongo tries to play it in, blocked by Pervushkin. Pervushkin still battling. Greeks maintain possession here. They'll reset with McGovern. Right. McCann threw ball in, intercepted. And Garfield will, or Vistula Garfield will finally clear the attacking third for a moment. Yusafi. Yusafi looking for space along the end line. Try to cross it in. And it's going to go out for a corner. First corner of the match for New York. Mention the high press with New York working some wonders so far early as they were able to force themselves into a corner. Saramongo doing a good job leading that high press. He'll deliver here. Leading goal scorer sends a ball in that's headed away. McGovern.
Oh, now it's back up. All right.
Getting it back. Over to you, Safi.
Yeah, now it's
back to McGovern.
There's nothing I could really do about that, right?
McCann. Try to play it in. Back to McCann. From Carlos. Ball moving around on the far side now. Here's Etienne Body. Body working his side. Finds Sharifi, and that shot is blocked. Carl's battling. Carl's still trying to maintain possession. Shielded away from the ball. Vistula Garfield. So McGovern try and restart things. So play it back.
Just mention that. I know what you meant.
Play will restart as the Greeks will that Yusafi is going to be flagged offside. And we do appreciate your patience with us on this broadcast. Unfortunately, internet conditions aren't the best here at Hofstra right now. We're doing the best we can, and we'll re-upload the full replay for you later this evening. The assistant referee on the near side, Leo Castro. A lot of action early. The other assistant referee on the far side, Greg News. Fourth official, Kevin Scalarud. And then, of course, your head referee, Ian Reed. Nice ball. Can they get on the end of that? That'll be chested towards the sideline, and unfortunately for Vistula, Sebastian Lepsinski can't keep that in. Nice move by Yusafi. Yusafi cutting inside. Tries to play it for Sharifi, but the Greeks will keep things going here. Pat McCann over to Achterkamp. Achterkamp will send it forward to Body on the far side. Etienne Body. Still Body. Crossing in. Header attempt goes high. Saramago with another attempt to add to his team leading 16 goals on the season so far. Just over a quarter of an hour in, and New York has dominated possession so far. Pass intercepted there by Barakatullah Sharifi, Sharifi also has his fair share of goals on the season. A lot of contact there. Only call is going to be a throw-in for Vistula. Ball's pinging around. Turned over by Perushkin. Here come the Greeks on the other way. Saramago tries to get a foot on, and it takes a bit of a heavy touch, and it's cleared away from danger. Here's Lepsinski. Lepsinski turns it over. And who touches that one last? That's going to be in favor of the Greeks. Here's McCann. Heavy touch there. Carls went down. No call. McGovern. McGovern keeping it in. Over to McCann. McCann weaving through traffic. Yusafi now. Nice ball looking for Carls. Carls' ball is going to be shielded out for a goal kick. Very well defended there by SC Vistula. New for this season is New Logical Sports Plus, featuring local Gaelic football and hurling action. Go to plus.newlogicalsports.com and subscribe today. Been another key for New York today has been winning those second balls. But can Vistula make something out of this? They win themselves a throw. Nice through ball, a little too far away though. Goal kick coming up. They'll play the goal kick short with Achterkamp. Joseph Wright sends it long, looking for Yusafi. Can he get on the end of that? He can. A little dangerous play, chipping the goalkeeper. Yusafi in a goal. Yusafi scores! It's a desperate moment of goalkeeping for Aldo Munoz, but Yusafi gets the better of him. His 7th of the season, and New York takes a 1-0 lead. Keyshawn Davis plays it back to Aldo Munoz, back to Davis. Davis chips it over the defender, gets it over to Lepsinski. Lepsinski tries to play it long. Casa was trying to get on the end of that. It was a little too far away from him as McGovern manages to keep it away from Victor Kieskiel. Here's Etienne Body now the other way. Body in a foot race to try and maintain possession. Gets around one defender. Can't get around a second, though. And so Vistula will work the other way. Looking for Costa, pass intercepted. We'll play it centrally for McCann. Tapped on for Yusafi. Sarmago tries to get on the end of that. That's cleared away. That's going to be the second corner of the match coming up for New York. Sarmongo on the delivery. 6 in the box for New York. Header on is just going to be short near side. And out for a goal kick. Will Munoz take it quickly? No, he will not. He'll play it short, though. As we're just about halfway through this first half, pending stoppage time. Jonathan Sanchez under pressure, turns it over. Sarmago playing it through. There's a shot, just goes wide by Rock Carls. Good attempt, just curved a little bit too far to the left. He was looking for that far post shot. There's Sarmago on the press, gets a turnover. They'll be able to head it back to Munoz, who will let it go out for a goal kick. New York Greek Americans have definitely done a good job establishing a tempo for this game, resulting in the first goal. Back hill and nobody home for Garfield. Nearly turned over there. McGovern decides to let that go and get back and defend as Pervushkin plays it centrally. Casa looking for a foul, doesn't get it. McGovern will get the clear, but only as far as Lepsinski. Lepsinski will play it back. And a heavy touch there. By Pervushkin, offside anyway. Cormac Pike plays it forward. Body sending it over the top, looking for Carls, looking for Yusafi as well. And that's going to go out for another corner for New York. Third corner of the match coming up here. And we'll see if Yusafi is going to be the one to send it in. He will be. Header attempt goes well over by McGovern. He'll play it near side. Can he get on the end of that? That curved back a little bit. He can. And now Jonathan Sanchez will push it forward. Advantage called here. Kajram plays it forward out on the far side. 2 in the box right now already for Vistula. Here's a cross coming in. Looking for Pavushkin. Can't quite get to him, and so the ball's cleared away. Under pressure by Saramongo. Davis will play it back. Munoz. Backheeled along the far side, looking for someone to make a run. Nobody home. Vistula able to maintain possession for now with Davis. Davis's pass to Lepsinski is deflected, but Lepsinski will earn himself the throw and play it back to Davis. We'll see if Garfield switches the field here. They do for Mark Mechanic on the far side. Mechanic trying to play a through ball. Can he get on the end of that? Achterkamp will take care of that and play it back to Danone safely. Achterkamp for right. McCann. Nice play by Body. Body trying to play it through. He does. Over to Carls. Out wide to Yusafi. Yusafi, one-on-one. Gets a cross in. That's deflected up and over and will earn himself the 4th corner of the match for New York. Yusafi takes. It's loose. And Garfield will dribble it out. Nice intercept there. Deflected though. Played out by right for a Vistula Garfield throw. And that'll allow his teammates to get back into position. Out wide. Surveying the options. Cross coming in. Bicycle kick attempt. And a high boot's going to be called in favor of New York. And that's why you got to check your surroundings before committing to the bicycle kick. Would have had a good opportunity if he wasn't defended. Here's McCann. Out wide for Pike. Up for Body. Inside looking for Sharifi, and that's turned over. And looks like the referee judges that was all ball there, and so a throw-in goes in favor of New York. Ball's bouncing around and out for another New York throw. Inching their way ever closer to goal as we are nearly through with the first half hour here at Hofstra. McCann, long ball over the top, nobody home. And so Munoz will settle it and survey his options to start an offense. Davis. Nearly intercepted there. The play low, intercepted by McCann. Carls. Looking for Yusafi, foot race here. Yusafi can't quite get to that. The ball curls away from him and gets over to Munoz. They'll play it centrally. Jonathan Sanchez distributes it to Mechanic. Mechanic trying to evade the pressure by Sharifi. New York on it now. Nice turn. Nice little bit of skill right there from Brock Carls. McGovern. Achterkamp. On the far side, they'll play it back. And we'll see if they switch the field here or maybe play a little bit more direct up the middle. Joseph Wright will indeed switch the field and get it over to McGovern. McGovern not under pressure just yet, now under pressure from Provushkin. Yusafi looking for Saramago, cleared away, but only for a moment here. Foot race to get on the end of this, won by Garfield. Achterkamp misses on the challenge. Ball over the top is cleared away by McGovern. And now Yusafi with it. Yusafi under pressure from Lepsinski. Gets it away. Nice back heel. Sharifi in. Back to Yusafi. Into Sharifi. Sharifi goes down and a penalty is awarded. I couldn't see exactly who took him down, but it was definitely a push down on the shoulder. And obviously with the slippery conditions here, with the mist and the earlier rain on Long Island, you got yourself a wet turf. And any sort of contact will result in a player going down and therefore a penalty in this case. Sharifi to take. Sharifi shot save! Aldo Munoz guessed right and was rewarded. McGovern trying to play it forward, and it's cleared away just a little bit, only to Wright, who passes it forward to McCann. McCann, nice through ball in. Looking for Carls, who's offside. Leo Castro once again raising his flag on New York. Vistula Garfield tried to play it quickly and a foul's committed. Costa plays it out wide. Through ball intercepted. New York getting on it. Nice play. Trying to get it to Sarmango. Sarmango decides instead to move more centrally, as Joseph Wright was pushing it forward. on the far side. New York earns a throw. Yusafi now. Defended away by Lepsinski. Looking for Yusafi again. Lepsinski, great challenge to put the ball out for a corner. Fifth corner of the match coming up for New York. We'll see how many they commit forward this time. Looks like all three backs are pushing forward at least to the top of the 18 at minimum. The referee is saying it's a corner kick versus a deep throw. And so Sharifi will now place it down. Referee on the near side did signal for a throw in, but was overruled. Up. Bouncing around on the 18. Cleared a little bit, but not enough for Vistula Garfield. As another header to clear the danger. Another corner coming up. That's 6 on the half right now for New York. New York Greek Americans looking to add to their 1-0 lead. Sharifi once again will deliver. 6 in the box. Chested away. And Pervushkin tries to get it out. Sarmongo now on the ball. Excuse me. McCann. Now Body. Body weaving his way in. Body inside the 18. Body with a cross coming in, blocked. Yusafi, 2 around him. Another corner. New York once again setting up for 6 in the box. Yusafi to deliver this time. Header! Score! Barakatullah Sharifi. Yusafi back to right. Over to Rock Carls. Carls tries to cross it in low. Intercepted. Ball's pinging around the top of the 18 dangerously. Gabriel Costa will settle it down and play it out wide. Mechanic. Long ball over the top looking for Kosdrum. Can Kosdrum get on the end of that? No. New York will settle it and reset. Malachi McGovern. Near side for Yusafi. Fakes the long ball. He'll play it short. McCann. McCann, long ball over the top on the far side. Played back to Body. Body will cross it in. Looking for Carlos. Carlos does get on the end of that. Not exactly the outcome he wanted. He wanted to get a shot on target, but he'll happily settle it back to McCann, who will try and feed things centrally. Nice dummy there, nobody home. It's a good dummy attempt by Yusafi to try and get another New York Greek-American player on the end of that. But alas, it was not to be. Kosdrum. Over to Costa. Played back to Lepsinski. Back centrally. Sanchez gets around one defender, gets it over to Pavushkin. Pavushkin surveying his options. Two Greeks around him. Pavushkin plays it back, looking for Sanchez. Sanchez looking for a foul, none coming. Here's Kiskiel. Kiskiel, good ball. Justin Leach looking to get on the end of that. Leach back trying to move it somewhat centrally. Vistula still on the attack. Battle there. Achterkamp trying to defend. Pokes it out. Vistula Garfield gets a throw. Can Garfield get on the board before the half? We're about 2.5 minutes plus stoppage time away from that halftime whistle. And a good opportunity here for Vistula Garfield. Thrown in, and what do we have here? We have, I guess before the throw-in was happening, there was some contact around the 6-yard box. And so the referee is putting a squash to that. We'll try it again. Probably estimate about 2 minutes of stoppage time. Well, that's purely off an estimate. I don't have a clock counting the stoppage time as a offside flag goes up. We'll see what Ian Reed decides to do in a few minutes. Meanwhile, Dodoni will play it short to Achterkamp. McGovern to Achterkamp. Bati tries to play it for right, a little too far ahead of him. We're in the 45th minute of this contest. New York Greek Americans currently with a 2-0 lead. Munoz under pressure. Etienne Badi. Up the middle now, Sharifi back to McCann. Out wide, Yusafi having switched sides with Badi. Yusafi with a shot from distance, it goes over. Body heads it to McCann, who plays it up. Sarmago tries to get a flick on, and not quite the direction he wanted, but New York still maintaining possession here with Body just outside the 18. He'll looking for help. Body gets a cross in. Header deflected. Shouts for handball, none coming. Ball is still loose, but now guided out of the 18. Into stoppage time. Octokamp. McCann. McGovern. To right. Octokamp again. McGovern. Surveying. Body under pressure. Back to McGovern. Back to Body. Good passing sequence there. And that's it for the first half. 1 minute of stoppage time was in order, according to Ian Reed, the center referee. And with that, New York Greek Americans will head into the halftime break, up 2-0. We'll be right back after this.
Touch on it. And it's a goal! It's a goal for Westmeath!
Let's go back post. Header's there! 1-1!
Mendez, go for the cross! What a goal! What a goal from Mendez! Middle for it, there is the header there. Yes, and it's a goal! It's a goal for the police department!
You don't have to keep saying, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm not computer literate. We work to make sure that the only thing you'll have to say is, it works.
Mendez, go for the cross! What a goal! What a goal from Mendez!
Oh! And speed! Go back. And speed, baby. Where is this game? Back.
The objective for us is to do what we've done successfully on the senior side, which is we have a name on the senior side of football that is nationally known and well recognised, and the objective is to do the same on the youth side. We want to bring excellence back into youth soccer here for the Yonkers community and for our Lansdowne families. Development is many-fold. I think step one, before you talk about what happens on the soccer specific side, is you need to see kids enjoying it and having fun. We need to make sure that we have kids who are desperate to come to practice, because without that, there won't be development that happens. And that's what we strive for here. Then on the side of what development actually is Our objective is to develop players on so many aspects, not just the technical, the tactical, but the psychosocial, as we mentioned there, about fun, and the physical. So what we are trying to achieve is, right from our little kickers program up, we have strength and agility training, we have our goalkeeper practices, we have our age group tier teams. We want to have a holistic approach to development that is not just the player on the field, but it's also the player that leaves off it and with a smile. What's important for the Lansdowne Academy is twofold. As an academy, taking the player out, we want to be as nationally recognised as possible. So whether that's going to become MLS Next, USL Academy, we're in the beginning part of those discussions. That's step one as a club. And that will be the long-term plan, and kind of, that will be the thing that dictates a lot of the decisions that we look to make over the next few years. And in terms of the player graduation pathway, that's really important to us. We want them to start in our little kickers program. We want them to achieve success at a youth level, that 9, 10, 11, that you have so much competition. But it's not just then. After that, we want to bring players on where they feel they have a pathway to go either professional, which would be amazing and a long-term goal, but a partnership with collegiate, with colleges, and start building collegiate players and helping them build their college portfolio while being a part of Lansdowne. Something that, the reason I came to Lansdowne after being head coach, I'm the technical director and head coach of our first team, and the reason I wanted to arrive into the youth product at Lansdowne is that the potential is massive. The community is so important to Lansdowne. There has been historically, before it was Lansdowne, Yonkers United, Yonkers community is extremely important to us. But we also know that communities are now becoming more and more diverse and around the area. And as we've seen with our recruitment of players, we are a club that's open to everyone. We want to continue to stretch that throughout the greater New York City. For example, our summer camps will be running buses for players who would like to come in Manhattan. And we'll bus them to and from the session for our summer camps. That's where we want to continue to grow. Up here is an incredible amount of space, a great landscape for soccer to thrive. And we just hope that we can do the best that we can for our players, our families, and for any potential new players.
Two in the box for New York Greek Americans, now 5, now 6. Cross coming punched away, loose ball, they score! They'll play it short. Cross coming in, header, they score! Yusafi. Trying to set it in, header, they score! Brian Saramongo continues his scoring ways, scoring his 3rd goal in 2 matches. And for that, New York takes a 3-0 lead. Here's Yusafi. Yusafi under pressure, gets it away, there's a shot, they score! Shamir Mullings. It's the insurance goal to make it 4-0. Manhattan on the attack right now. Gets around one defender, plays it centrally, shot deflects in. Deflects in. Just coming out of the halftime break here at Captain's Field at Hofstra University Soccer Stadium in Hempstead, Long Island, New York. New York Greek Americans currently maintaining a 2-0 lead over SC Vistula Garfield. Goals were scored by Almadi Yusafi and Barakatullah Shafrifi for New York. Vistula Garfield, unfortunately, unable, for them at least, unable to answer thus far. We'll see if they can use the second half to respond. Thank you for joining us here on New Logical Sports. My name is Phil Beck. I'm here on commentary for you, presented by Executive Global Tours, who invites you to sample exciting and innovative golf itineraries that have been designed with the discerning traveler in mind. Visit them at executiveglobaltours.com. And of course, you can stay up to date with the latest happenings in local sports by following New Logical Sports on Facebook, Instagram, and X. And while you're here with us tonight on this broadcast, make sure you click the subscribe button so you don't miss a minute of the action. New York Greek Americans in the all blue, going from right to left this half on your screen. SC Vistula Garfield in the white tops and red shorts and socks, going from left to right. And we await the whistle of Ian Reed, the center referee today. And I think they were trying to chip the goalkeeper for a moment there. Either that or they were just gifting possession to Vistula, trying to see if their high press can do anything here as Gabriel Serafin flicks it on. Victor Provushkin, it's taken down, no call. And so New York on the counterattack with Elmadi Yousafi, one of the goal scorers for New York, entering the 18. Yousafi crosses it in, headed up and over by the defender. That's Kejon Davis for SC Vistula Garfield. 8th corner of the match coming up for New York. As far as I can see, at least no changes from either side to start this second half as the corner's taken. Bouncing around, bicycle kick attempt goes over. Good attempt there by Yousafi to try and bury his second of the match and the third for New York. Aldo Munoz, the goalkeeper for SC Vistula Garfield, will send it towards midfield. And again, a major component to the success so far for the New York Greek Americans today is their second ball. Because it's one thing to get a goal kick bouncing around and off your head as that play is flagged offside. It's another thing to maintain possession after that. And New York's done a good job of winning those second balls, as that ball is going to be shielded out for a Greek Americans throw. Here's Yousafi now near side, looking for Saramago, who's once again flagged offside. Justin Leach standing over it now will restart. Throw coming up for New York. Greek Americans trying to break a deadlock towards the top of the table of the Metropolitan Conference in the APSL. Currently tied for second with Lansdowne Yonkers at 38 points heading into this match. Both teams chasing Penn Cyprian Freedoms by 6 points for top of the table. It's the one trophy that eludes this team right now is a Metropolitan Conference Championship. They did win 4 U.S. Open Cups back in the 60s. Opportunity here. Body. Out wide. Cormac Pike pushed up. Pike. There's a shot from Yousafi. Goes just over. Also, one other trophy to mention for them, the APSL Championship for 23-24 last season. It's the final game of a 4-game homestand for the Greeks here at Hofstra. Sarmango's high press nearly resulting in a third goal for New York. Next time you'll see us here on New Logical Sports at Hofstra will be their final regular season home match on May 3rd against Doxa FC, or FCW, excuse me, Doxa FCW at 8 p.m. on May 3rd here on New Logical Sports. And of course, there's plenty of other content all across New Logical Sports, including Lansdowne Yonkers, Doxa FCW, who can be featured on New Logical Sports Plus this year, a new feature for us. Also on Plus is Gaelic football and hurling action here in the New York area. You can go to plus.newlogicalsports.com and subscribe today. New York with 2 wins, no draws, and a loss so far this homestand, currently leading 2-0. Try and make it a 9-point homestand. Usafi can't quite get at that. Greek's not out of it yet. Sarmago lets that go through him. Sarmago pressuring, deflects it up and over.
Hey, watch short.
Usafi under pressure. Usafi is taken down by Jonathan Sanchez, and the referee won't allow play to be restarted for a moment. He's trying to make sure that Usafi is okay. Obviously, player health and safety is paramount here. New York would have loved to take it quickly, but instead they'll play it towards the back. They'll work it on the far side. What can they do here? Etienne Body trying to enter the 18. Saramago with a shot that's blocked. And Vistula on the counterattack. Headed up, and a foot race towards the sideline. It'll go out for a Vistula Garfield throw. Wasn't exactly sure for a moment where that ball was going to curve. As we'll get a substitution here. I do have 2 substitutes on my roster that were not numbered, Jonathan Gutierrez and Leonardo Nobrega. I'll see if I can match it up to the number 12. There's a shot from long distance going over. And that is from the substitute. New York on the attack, handball shouted and not called. Ball pinging around. Vistula Garfield have numbers if they hurry. Pavushkin pushing forward. Pavushkin being shouldered off the ball. Very well done there from New York. Usafi. Little give and go there. Usafi maintaining possession. Gathered by Munoz, who will play it for a Mechanic. Back to Munoz. Mechanic. Cleared away. Stays in play. Sarmongo crosses it in. Here's a shot that goes over from 6 yards out. Great attempt there by Etienne Body, who can't bury it. And I can confirm that is Leonardo Nobrega who is subbed in. Hochterkamp. McCann trying to play it forward. Ball bouncing a little too far away from Sharifi, and so Vistula Garfield will try and move the other way. Playing it out wide. 3-on-2. A little slip inside the penalty area. Ball's cleared away. A little contact around the 6. No call. Header attempt and flag does go up, as the man who was down was slow to get back onside. And it looks like that is Gabriel Serafin, who is walking with a little bit of a limp, trying to shake that off. Meanwhile, Joseph Wright is on the ball now. Looks like they've adjusted a little bit into a 4-back formation, with Wright playing back, although that may have been only temporary. McCann with the intercept. Body now. Over to McCann, out wide. Sharifi. Body. Tried to play through for Sarmongo, and a handball's called. Through ball looking for Body. Body getting on the end of that. Sends a ball into the 18, cleared away. Only towards the top of the box, and that shot goes just over. Rock Carls with a good attempt to make it 3-0. But SC Vistula Garfield survived that. We'll see if there's another situation they need to survive. Here's one right now. Here's Carls. Carls gets taken down. Penalty awarded. And a yellow card is going to be shown as a result of that. Try and get a number on the guilty party for you. Either way, Almada Yousafi is going to step up to the spot. Yousafi already with 1 goal today. Yousafi chips the keeper and gets his brace. That New York Greek Americans high press working wonders once again, forcing the turnover, forcing the penalty, and Almada Yousafi makes them pay as they now lead 3-0. And as this happens, New York will have some substitutes as Joe Wright will take a breather, as will Barakatullah Sharifi, who has the other goal for New York, and Brian Sarmongo also taking a seat. Looks like Shamir Mullins coming on, Saeed Robinson as well. And I'll see if I can get the third one. Looks like Daniel Bedoya, the other substitute for New York. Patrick McCann plays it back. I believe the yellow card was issued to Sebastian Lipsinski. Here's Body in a defensive midfielder position now for McGovern. Played forward by Mullins. Turned over. And a through ball to nobody. Body tried to get it over to Saeed Robinson, a little too far ahead of him. A little too much power behind that. Leonardo Nobrega plays it forward and it's intercepted. Gabriel Costa trying to provide some pressure here. Will turn away as Filippo Dodoni will look to distribute. And I don't think that's exactly where he wanted to put that. Either way, though, New York has been staunch defenders of their own half during this game. Even last game, too, only conceding one to Manhattan Celtic, who were battling them for second place last week. Mark Mechanic gets it forward to Sebastian Lipsinski. Or check that, Justin Leach, rather. Kozran. Played back for Nobrega, looking forward. There's a shot. Flag stays down, and the decision's gonna be a goal kick, it looks like. I didn't see the assistant referee raise his flag. I think he was deferring the call to the center referee. And so they'll play it short. Hermanos Achterkamp plays it now to McGovern. McGovern forward to Body. Body wanted to find Mullins. He was in an offside position, managed to tag back on. Shouts for handball, none given. Mechanic, little give and go with his center back. Or check that, that was Nicholas Kostrom, who has been in the midfield all day. Bedoya to McCann, looking for Mullins, a little too far away from him. However, Robinson is able to see that out for a Greek American's throw. Pike to Achterkamp. Looking for Body. Body chests it down, tries to play it forward. Here's Bedoya. Bedoya turns it over. Nice tackle there. Malachi McGovern unable to make something out of it, though. Played forward and easily grabbed by Dodoni. Dodoni distributes quickly to McCann. McCann to Robinson. Robinson under pressure from Leach plays it towards the midfield. Here's McCann now again. Looking for Mullins, and that's intercepted by Mechanic. Off the chest as Kozran shouts for handball, not given. Greeks on the attack here. Bedoya to Body. Body tries to get around the defender, turned over. McGovern in a battle here. On the sideline. poked out for a Vistula Garfield throw. '65th minute of this contest. New York currently leading 3-0. I see Vistula threatening to get on the scoreboard themselves here as that ball is deflected. Out to Leach. Leach sends it into the 18 and cleared. Just out of the reach of Yusafi. Through ball from Kosram finds nobody except for the back fence. The mist has definitely stopped here for now on Long Island. The cold temperatures, however, have not. Currently 39 degrees here at Hofstra. And we're hoping on our next broadcast we have some warmer weather here. Here's Body now. Body with it. Nice through pass. Gets a cross in. Looking for Mullins, and that header is cleared away. Side Robinson. Yusafi over to McCann, back to Yusafi. Yusafi still with it. Played back to Carlos. Now wide. Low cross in. Cleared away. McCann, top of the box, has an ability to shoot. It's deflected, and the 9th corner of the match coming up for New York. He had a lane there. He definitely had the power behind that shot and was able to keep it low enough, but it was deflected out for a corner. It looks like we might have some more substitutes coming shortly for New York. Corner taken. 6 in the box for the Greek Americans. Headed right into the waiting arms of Aldo Munoz. Mechanic to Lipsinski. Kosram. And got a little too much underneath that, looking for Victor Provushkin. Some more substitutes for New York coming right now. As it looks like we have Pike, McCann, and Body making their exits. Jack O'Malley making his way on. Carl Schoberg as well. I'll get you that last sub in a moment. Yusafi under pressure. Gets it back safely to McGovern. Might be Tim DeMage right there. We'll wait till he turns around so I can see a number. Yusafi. Mullins. Mullins, if he can pick up speed, he's got a shot on goal. Mullins, nice tackle right on the ball, says the referee. And so Vistula Garfield will move the other way. And Mechanic is down. And they wave for the trainers. And it looks like the training staff won't have to come on. Looks like mechanic is okay. Drop ball given to Leach. Tried to find Seraphin, who was not making that run. And yes, I can confirm that is number 16 on the far side. That is Tim DeMage, who is checked in. Yusafi trying to get on the end of that. And that'll go against him. Keyshawn Davis plays it forward over the heads of everyone. And so that'll be guided back into the box by Dodoni. Here's Carl Schoberg for Bedoya. Rock Carl's trying to play it forward. Flag is going to go up offside on Mullins. Leach will get things back underway here by playing it back to Munoz. Obrega. Turned over. Mullins trying to get on the end of that. Gets a touch on it, but can't quite get it. Battling for it here. Mullins now successfully on the end of that. Mullins shrugs off a defender, passing it back to Robinson. Playing it centrally now for Carlos. Out wide for DeMage. Tim DeMage, low cross in, cleared away. Stays in play. Battling towards the top of the box there. Yusafi with a shot from 18 yards out, goes over. Kostrom to Mechanic, back to Munoz. Surveying his options, has Davis to his left. Gives it instead to Mechanic on his right. Kostrom. Turned over. Rock Carls. Entering the 18. Carls passing it towards the top and just missed a hat trick once again is Yusafi. And it looks like New York Greek Americans will empty their bench here as Nicholas Petridis will be making his way on as we enter the 75th minute. And it is going to be Yusafi who sits down with a brace today. Can't quite finish off the hat trick. Definitely had some good opportunities towards doing it. Overall, a great game from him once again. Long ball over the top, looking for both Leach and Seraphin, excuse me. Gonna find the end line instead. They'll play it short to Achterkamp. Carls. Up to Demige now. Demige through ball is intercepted. Mulling settles it. Ball over the top, and again, the flag is going to go up this time on Nicholas Petridis. Bedoya. Petridis making a run. Petridis with a shot that's saved. They wanted a foul called. It looked like Petridis might have gotten a hand on Davis and dragged him down, but nothing was called. So they play on here. Aldo Munoz. Leach with the dummy, nobody home. Little back and forth here. McGovern, now Achterkamp. Saeed Robinson, flag goes up again. "17 goals scored this homestand so far, as a substitute is made for Vistula. Here's the substitute now, getting a header on it. Sends it a little too far back though. That's Jonathan Gutierrez. See if I can get a number for him. He was the other substitute listed on the game day roster. Kosrum successfully gets away from Mullins. Turned over here. Pushing forward, here's Demige. In the middle now. O'Malley, dispossessed. Demige pressuring the ball now. Here's Costa. Out wide for Gutierrez. Gutierrez looking for Pervushkin, who was pushing forward. And so Saeed Robinson will start things off now for New York. Ball up the middle. Here's Petridis to Mullins. Playing it back to Robinson. Schoberg to Demige. Demige trying to get it in. Cleared away for another corner. 10th one of the match coming up for New York. Five in the box now for the Greek Americans, and a sixth just outside the box for, that's Nicholas Petridis, who was waving his hands. Not sure if he was asking for the ball or if he was looking for or signaling for a play. Here's a ball coming in. McGovern. Mullins shot. Oh, interesting save there. Nice reaction save from Aldo Munoz. Point blank to deny Mullins. Bedoya plays it back now, given back to Bedoya. Bedoya looking for Mullins. Cleared away. As it looks like there's a massive event that let out over at the Mack Center, the home of the Hofstra Pride men's and women's basketball teams. Here's Rock Carlos now. Demige on the left side now. Demige, cross coming in, nobody home. Ten minutes and stoppage to go, here at Hofstra University Soccer Stadium. New York Greek Americans maintaining a 3-0 lead here on New Logical Sports. Stay up to date with the latest happenings in local sports by following New Logical Sports on Facebook, Instagram, and X. And while you're here with us tonight on this broadcast, make sure you click the subscribe button so you don't miss a minute of the action. We also appreciate your patience here as we're working with a mobile hotspot, so doing the best we can with regards to internet connection. The full broadcast will be re-uploaded later this evening. Mullins had to tag back up. Munoz. From goalkeeper to goalkeeper. To Doan. McGovern up for Schoberg. Bedoya. Petridis plays it back. Over the top for Mullins. Flag staying down. Mullins, one-on-one. Mullins shots. He scores! Shamir Mullins makes it 4-0 in favor of the New York Greek Americans. Some of the crowd that's leaving the event at the Mack Center, swinging on by the soccer stadium with cheers of Seven Nation Army as Mullins buries it. Leach playing it back now for Mechanic. Munoz. Davis towards the far side, now centrally for Kostrom. Kostrom taken down, no whistle coming. Through ball gets by everybody. And so Filippo Didone will gather here and redistribute. Schoberg. Bedoya. Mullins. Schoberg. Surveying his options. Low ball intercepted. Played well by Davis and cleared away. Robinson will bring it back in for McGovern. Bedoya. Mullins. Demige. Late arriving run for Jack O'Malley. New York retains possession off a throw-in. Rock Carls will bring it in for Bedoya. For Demige. Played all the way back to Achterkamp. Demige. Up the middle, just out of the reach of Petridis. Pressure once again doing wonders here for New York. Demige forces the turnover. Demige looking for Robinson, just a little bit out of reach. Here's Leach. Leach can't quite keep it in. He was looking for Gabriel Serafin. 5.5 minutes plus stoppage time to go here at Hofstra. Schoberg to Robinson. Late challenge there, and a free kick's going to be awarded. Leonardo Nobrega, the guilty party. Glad to see everyone's okay. No supplementary discipline issued. And play resumes with Schoberg. Bedoya to Carlos. Damage. Cross coming in. There's a shot attempt that didn't exactly go in the direction you want to. It went more across the face of goal where it's easily cleared by Davis. Mullins to Carlos. Flag is going to go up here on Petridis. Once again, I would like to mention that our next home broadcast of New York Greek American Soccer here on Neological Sports will be on May 3rd at 8 p.m. as the New York Greek Americans will take on Doxa FCW in their final home match of the APSL Metropolitan Conference regular season. You can join us on Neological Sports on YouTube for that. Again, that's May 3rd, 8 p.m. against Doxa FCW, only on Neological Sports. Robinson plays it forward and forces a deep throw. And speaking of Doxa FCW, their home games can be found on Neological Sports Plus. It's new for this season. In addition to that, you can also we also feature local Gaelic football and hurling action. You can go to plus.neologicalsports.com and subscribe today. Well, it's a little too far ahead of Leach. Greek Americans still up 4-0 here, but let's see if SC Vistula can get on the board, as that ball is going to go out for a Vistula throw. Kostrom will play it back in. Kostrom tried to center it, it's turned over. Greek Americans on the attack looking for 5. And a little bit too far out of reach for Bedoya. Kostrom plays it in, gets it back. It's a good attempt by Gabriel Costa to try and keep that in, but he can't. Flag is going to go up once again on Nicholas Petridis. Robinson turns it over, a little confusion there, and a foul. Just another night on Long Island. Here's Robinson. Schoberg, McGovern, O'Malley, Carlos. Carlos looking for Mullins. Robinson back to Mullins. Mullins loses it and wins it back. Here's Bedoya. Out wide for Damage. Damage, cross coming in. Here's a header by Octokamp that goes wide. The captain with a good chance late. But then again, being a center forward isn't exactly his forte. He prefers being center back. We've played the full 90 here at Hofstra, waiting on the referee's final whistle, Ian Reed. After however much stoppage time he feels suit to add. Robinson chests it down to McGovern. Rock Carlos. Powering through, looking for Mullins. Mullins gets it out wide to Robinson. Robinson able to keep it in. Back to Mullins. Back to Robinson. Here's Bedoya. Playing it through. Back. Nice back heel. Bedoya looking for a lane. Mullins. They'll try it again on the far side for Rock Carlos. Mullins. Mullins with a shot that's saved. He was looking for his second of the game. And the full-time whistle will go. New York Greek Americans finish off their 4-game homestand with a 4-0 win, going 3 wins, no draws, and a loss on that homestand. Goals provided today by Baraktullah Sharifi, Elmadi Yousafi with a brace, and Nicholas Petridis, Shamir Mullins with the 4th. This win will put New York up to 41 points, and pending other results around the Metropolitan Conference, in good position to challenge New York Penn Cyprian Freedoms for first place. Once again, your final score, New York Greek Americans 4, SC Vistula Garfield 0. My name is Phil Beck. Our commentary today is presented by Executive Global Tours, who invites you to sample exciting and innovative golf itineraries that have been designed with this discerning traveler in mind. Visit them at executiveglobaltours.com. Thank you, Jason, for producing this broadcast, and we'll see you next time on New Logical Sports.